be ready in a little bit. He's talking to somebody else.
Let him know everybody's streaming.
I'll be streaming too. Is everybody here? Is there anybody that's not here that they know of? I didn't expect the radio to show up, but it's tough for them to put pictures out over the radio. But they do have websites.
It's true.
Show you. Pull up your page. That's what I'm usually on. I don't know, you just kind of admit. No, not usually. So let's say you're going to go to publish, right? See that? That's your live stream right there. You press that. So you can write something real quick and then you can press that and do it live.
I was wondering where that was.
I just read the email about how to work it. It's the only reason why I knew where it was.
Hello.
You know which one to use. I like 300 for that. Or I have both of them. I don't know which one.
Still gets me on a birthday. It's a Periscope, that's not it. DUI stuff.
Gets me on birthday show.
Yeah, they want 200 people that keep playing.
So next week we're going to, it's gonna fix me about the skins. Remember you bought that purse? He's a little bit too. Interesting.
You've been in church at this long. Go back.
Did you ever run across Stevensville? I know he's not big, but he's big. Is he legit good martial art guy?
He says he is, but
Was it Ram was raw or something?
that's the
There's some random stuff.
No, he's younger. He's young. I bet he's 26. I think he's already on the list. He goes by Tyler. He's leaving. Is she still alive? What's your name, bro?
That's my favorite use of
I get
Exactly.
Sometimes when I get phone calls from people I haven't talked to in a year, I'll let you know and just go, who's in jail? Oh, my cousin Tito.
I got confused because Bill had just come back.
Is there a way to sit down?
That would be the worst.
One of us could be Facebook and one of us could be really delicious.
My connection's not strong enough to go with Facebook.
I mean, just answer my question.
Connection wasn't strong enough to go live. Well, perfect. Something we need to let them know about.
Oh, do you just go back in there and do a screenshot?
It's gone. Yeah, I think I did it on my Facebook. Okay, it's off though. But wait, something's going on. It did let it do it.
Yeah, that time I guess.
You can save video to your phone. Yes.
I got the picture up there. Afternoon, Sheriff.
Hello, how are y'all doing?
I'm good.
Everybody good? Well, good afternoon. My name is John Whetsel, Sheriff of Oklahoma County.
I have here with me today also members of our investigations division. This past Thursday, on March 31st, at approximately 7:30 a.m., a person living in the area near Northeast 32nd and Westminster in the Nakoma Park area discovered a woman's body in a ditch alongside the road. Investigators believe she may have been placed at that location in the ditch by around 2 a.m. on early Thursday morning. So far, we have not been able to identify this lady. Today, we are asking our citizens to help us identify this woman shown in the sketch beside me. This sketch, by the way, was created by Ryan Williams of the Hugh Fine Art Gallery in Nichols Hills. We believe the woman to be in her late teens to early 20s. She is about 4 foot 9 inches tall and weighs about 100 pounds. She was wearing a pink fleece pajama bottoms with blue hearts on them, and she was also wearing a pink spaghetti strap tank top. She was not wearing any shoes. Also discovered next to her was a blue with green and yellow swirl striped fleece blanket. According to the medical examiner, there are no signs of trauma on the body. She also did not have any tattoos or other identifying marks anywhere on her body. One possibility with a lack of trauma is that this woman may have overdosed on drugs, and someone after that point then brought her and dumped her at this location. We are still waiting for the toxicology reports from the medical examiner for exact cause of death. We're asking our citizens if they recognize this woman, think they know who she is, to please call our investigators at 405-713-1017. This woman is someone's daughter, a sister, or maybe a mother herself. She needs to be identified. If you have information as to who she is or who she might be, please again call us at 713-1017. We also want to say a special thanks to Ryan Williams for his work and help in this investigation. Any questions?
Sheriff Whetsel, do you believe, because you haven't heard from anybody on this woman yet, that she may be from out of state?
You know, at this point in time, we're kind of open to anything. We were hopeful that we had a potential identity from a missing person report that was out there. However, that turned not to be the case. We're concerned that maybe she's still from around this area, but because whoever she was with last maybe found her overdose or were doing drugs with her, but they are not going to call and report it because they may be the person involved in dumping the body. So we're just kind of concerned that, you know, and I guess if someone has a loved one who matches the description that we gave out today that they haven't heard from in a week, if they've been trying to call them and get no answer, if they would give us a call so we could work with them to see if this might be someone that they're looking for. But at this point in time, we haven't been able to identify this woman or match this woman with any type of missing person report.
Is there any concern that there may have been any human trafficking involved with this as well?
You know, that I guess is too early at this point to tell without any kind of a lead as to where she came from or who she might have been with.
With the people who live in the area, did anybody say they saw anything suspicious, like a vehicle in the area, anything similar to that?
Our investigators have been out there talking to all of the neighbors in the area to see if they have. At this point in time, we don't have any information on potential vehicles or anything else. And like I said, we believe that she was probably dumped sometime as early as 2 a.m., which would be in total darkness. And then when light got there by 7:30, someone was able to see the body. So.
Is the concern here more just trying to figure out who she was and notify her family, or are you guys trying to figure out who it was that dumped her? Why are you guys looking for this information?
Well, I think both concerns. One is definitely we want to find out who she is so we can notify her next of kin. They obviously need to be notified. She has a family someplace. Second of all, we want to find out why and how she got there. the best guess at this point in time is that someone took her to that location specifically and dumped her body at that location. So, and that in itself is an issue, is a criminal issue. So we have both of those concerns that we're working with at this point in time.
Were there any other defining characteristics on this body? You state in this release there's no tattoos, no visible signs of trauma. I mean, but is there anything else? Were there any drug track marks on her arms or anything like that?
I don't, at this point in time, the investigators are saying no. So we have very limited information other than this sketch. This is our best hope at this point in time, is that somebody will recognize this lady, will have known that she hasn't been seen around, and will give us a call.
How is it determined that she died somewhere else and then was dumped here?
Well, I think at this point in time, that's a conjecture on our point until we get information from the medical examiner's office. They haven't ruled on a cause of death yet. There's a lot that they're waiting on to come back in on the toxicology reports. So there's two possibilities. One is she was there with someone at the time of her death. Second possibility is that someone brought her to that location and dumped her into the ditch. So we're still working with either one of those possibilities. We haven't ruled out either one. We're certainly looking at the one that looks more viable at this point in time.
So it could be something like drug overdose, or it could be a homicide?
Well, at this point in time, we don't know because of absolutely no trauma. So we haven't ruled anything in, ruled anything out, and we won't be able to until the medical examiner makes that determination.
It just doesn't look like she died naturally just on the side of the road.
At this point in time, we will not know until the medical examiner gives us that information.
The body was found barefoot, right? No shoes on her feet. Anything on her feet to state that she may have walked at all on that dead-end dirt path?
She was clean.
So the answer there would be no. So
And no jewelry on, no earrings, necklaces?
nothing.
rings?
No, the body was clean. There wasn't a business nearby. So I mean, just being a clear piece of land there, everything is strange and unusual. So.
If she did happen to overdose, I know y'all don't really like to delve into hypotheticals, but if she did happen to overdose and somebody dropped her off there, would that person face any criminal charges?
Well, at this point in time, if someone dropped her off, we'd love to talk to that person. Most importantly is to identify who she is. There's always a possibility of the criminal charges, but our first priority right now is to find out who she is and how she died.
Sure.
Thank you.
If I'm in y'all's way, just let me know and I will.
That could be the low signal on mine.
I'm Walmart. I'm on Wi-Fi. 752.
See.
Just,
Hey Mark, what was his name again, the artist?
his name is Ryan, R-A-I. Who got a piece of paper? It's spelled differently.
Like Rand?